Hey, everybody. We're here.
Yes, we are.
It's All for Sci-Fi's weekly webcast. I'm Eric Walker.
And I am Captain Rickster.
And as you could see, something's changed. Something's different about this this webcast this week. What is it? We're in space, I think.
Yeah, we got no Star Wars behind us this time. So we got to be in space.
What's going on? It's magical.
No, it's Twilight Zone.
It's Twilight Zone. Well, we thought we'd try something different.
That's true.
So we went ahead and we're actually doing this stream using a software called StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very popular software that a lot of the people are using for webcast and podcast and whatnot. And I said, why not? Why not? Since we're part of Star Wars and we're part of Star Trek and we're all for sci-fi, baby.
That's right.
Since we're all for sci-fi, let's be in space.
Yeah, we're definitely in space sometimes. I'm more
We're
in space.
You're in space, outer space, buddy. Hey, good afternoon. Dave Staggs says hi.
Hey, Dave. How you doing, Dave?
How do we look, Dave? How do you like our new setup? We're here in the studio with the green screen, and we decided to put we're in outer space right now. What do you think? What do you think about the new look?
I'm at home now.
You're at home because you're in space?
I'm in outer space as usual.
Yeah.
No space in between me, but anyway.
Yeah, guys, feel free to give us feedback.
Yeah, really.
Let us know if you like this new look. Maybe some weeks when we're longing for a vacation, we'll put Captain Rickster on a beach.
Yeah, somewhere.
Just as long as he's not wearing a bathing suit.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
Or G-string.
Don't want to scare anybody.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, don't want to scare nobody.
Yeah. So today, we're just waiting for other people to show up. Yes. But today, we're going to talk about a lot of sci-fi news that's come out recently. We're going to go ahead and review the 7th episode of WandaVision. Mm-hmm. Which is called Breaking the Fourth Wall. Kind of makes sense when we talk about the episode. Mm-hmm. We're also going to talk about a Korean film that a lot of people are talking about. It's a Korean film that's on Netflix.
Right.
And it's called Space Sweepers. Mm-hmm. And it kind of, we're going to talk about it, but it kind of has some underlying tones that some people might not agree with, and we'll talk about that during the show here.
Right.
But I want to wish everybody. I hope everybody had a great week this week. And how was your week this week, Captain Rickster?
Not too bad at all.
Right.
I had a lot of fun, like I always do.
Yeah.
I got a new interesting game I'm playing right now. So.
What game are you playing right now?
Can't remember it. It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I'll remember it next time.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up. I left my phone in another place, so I'm not going to go walk out and go get it now.
What kind of game is it, though? Is it like a battle strategy type game?
It's definitely a strategy game. It's also it has to do with old time castles. You're going out there beating up. Not really beating.
It's on your phone, though.
It's on my phone, though. Okay. We got to go out there and kill the monsters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
All right. Well, at All for Sci-Fi, we do have sponsors we like to mention. So let's go ahead and get the sponsors out of the way. We're very proud at All for Sci-Fi to have a brand new sponsor.
Yes.
It's a sponsor that's in the Albuquerque area, and it's called Age of Comics. So go to Facebook and search Age of Comics. The gentleman who owns the store. His name is Matthew. Check him out. They have a great store there. I've never been to his store in Albuquerque, but I hear he's a great guy. So check out Age of Comics out there in Albuquerque. Thank you very much for helping sponsor our show, All for Sci-Fi, our weekly webcast. And on every webcast, we have a giveaway.
Right.
It started off as like a live trivia giveaway. When we were out at Disneyland, we were doing like Disneyland trivia and stuff like that. Now it's more like just watch our show, pay attention to what we're talking about, and we're going to ask a question at the end of the show. And if you get it right, you can win a prize. And here's this week's prize. Here we go. Ready?
No, Star Wars.
This week's prize is from The Force Awakens. It is Mr. Kylo Ren himself.
Ooh. Nice.
So thank you very much. This is this week's prize for the weekly gift.
Right.
So pay attention as we do the show, because we're going to, and by the way, if more than one person gets the correct answer, we put the first 5 correct answers in Captain Rickster's hat, and you get a second chance at winning, but only the first 5 that appear on our screen. Not your screen, our screen, okay? So Dave says Age of Comics is awesome. So I'm glad to hear that.
We can make an appearance out there one day.
Yeah, well, I think we should. We should go out there and say hi to Matt and everything, but we thank you very much for sharing us out there on your Facebook page as well.
I know what you got the Age of Comics for.
What?
She's trying to say I need to get my comic book show going.
Is that what Virginia did?
Yeah, Virginia's trying to
Virginia, are you starting trouble with telling Captain Rickster he needs to do his comic book show?
Get in trouble. Yeah, get me in trouble.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how much lag time we have versus the real show. It'd be kind of interesting.
That might be too much because Dave Stagg is actually putting up a lot of stuff on the comment section.
Yeah, so. No. Yeah, maybe it's not. It doesn't have that much lag. Okay, so let's talk about. Let's go ahead and talk about sci-fi news.
Oh yes.
Before we get started,
let's go for it.
What happened this week? Some great news. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend. We did this review about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked about Fate, the Winx saga, the one that's kind of like the Harry Potter,
more of a high school education style,
right? Harry Potter thing about fairies and stuff like that. It got renewed for a second season.
All right,
congratulations! Congratulations to Fate,
the
Winx saga. You were renewed by Netflix for season 2.
That's good.
Netflix has ordered 8 more episodes for season number 2.
Good.
That's great.
When's it coming out?
Next year. But 2 days ago, they announced that they're going to go ahead and renew it.
Takes that long to do a TV show, huh?
Next year, yes, it does. Season 1, season 2, Rickster. They don't have seasons in between season 1 and season 2, and they're usually one season every year.
Can make them 20. Can make them 26 episodes instead
of. Now you're getting into something totally different. That's a whole nother discussion about how they rip us off. You're ripping us off. You're ripping us off by only giving us 8 episodes when it used to be 24 or 26.
That's right. We used to be 1 year season.
Yeah, remember like when Friends came out, or the shows in the 90s, all the Star Trek, the original Star Trek, The Next Generation, and Star Trek Voyager and Deep Space Nine, they were 24, 26 episodes every season. Yep. Oh, you're getting me on a tangent, Captain Rickster. What did you start?
Oh, because they got coming out every other week.
Yeah.
Brand new episodes.
Yeah, so.
Wow, I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, we're getting ripped off, okay? This generation, your generation's getting ripped off. We didn't, because we had all those episodes. Yeah. Okay. Also, on the Marvel front, Eternals is
finally coming on TV.
They're coming out, but they're going to during the Eternals, they're going to introduce a whole new MCU mythology.
Oh, cool!
So it won't just introduce new superheroes, says the director Chloe Zhao. It's going to introduce new superheroes into the Marvel comic universe.
About
Great.
Time.
There's some interesting information about Star Trek Discovery. Fans aren't too happy, I understand.
Oh, that's not good.
They've exposed a big plot hole in Michael Burnham's future. Michael Burnham, her future self-death plan. There's a plot hole. So.
That's not cool.
Yeah, they spotted a plot hole in the season 2 finale, and they're not too happy about it. So fans are up in aren't fans a lot of times are up in arms about stuff that just really shouldn't be. Come on, people, we live in a world where we have a pandemic. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully nobody's sick.
Yep. And also, what else happened? We talked about this last week, and that was breaking news back then. But who got kicked off The Mandalorian?
Oh, Carl Dune. Not Carl Dune.
It is. She plays Cara Dune.
Yeah, Cara Dune.
You're right. Gina Carino.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got fired by Lucasfilm. So that's not.
We're not saying not saying something nice on Twitter.
She was saying some very anti-Semitic things. Which is not cool. We're not into people that like to say things that are racist and So let me see.
I've noticed that on the shelves of Target, she's no longer hanging there no more.
Well, people are buying it up, and now I see it on the Facebook, marketplace where you can buy stuff. Her stuff's selling for $100, $200.
I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't buy her for even 50 cents.
Yeah. What'd you buy for it?
I'd give her a quarter.
A quarter? You're funny. So, I mean, what else is going on, Captain?
I've seen them online for $2 from different stores.
Hers?
Yeah, from different stores. Trying to sell them. So I don't know. I mean, public want to rip off other people in public. That's okay.
Right.
Nothing I can do about it. I can just frown and say, this is stupid. Why rip off other people? Stuff like that.
No, I mean, it's ridiculous that I wouldn't spend that kind of money.
No, I can see if she died in her autograph, if she autographed something, sure, then she'd be worth some money. But because she's passed on, because she can't do any more autographs. But I don't think so.
Well, from what I understand, hold on a second. I'm trying to post some. Anybody else have any news they want to share while we're live?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. So what has been happening with you recently?
How are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? Get your second shot yet?
Yeah. Did you get how did it work with the shots?
Yeah, since you already had COVID, you really didn't need it again.
I'm surprised that they gave you a shot, because a lot of people have been telling me, doctors have been telling me not if you have COVID, don't get the shot. So I was kind of surprised when I saw that you got the shot. But are you okay? I mean, how did it work out for you? So yeah. So anyway, the reason why I brought up Gina Carano is because she's going to do her first sit-down interview.
Oh, she is?
Yes, finally. And she's going to be opening up about being let go from The Mandalorian. And her first sit-down interview, she opens up about her exit from The Mandalorian. She says, "I'm not the only one that's ever been bullied by this company." Whoa, you're not making good friends, no, Gina.
Nope, you're not.
Yeah. Oh, no one. Dave said nobody. I posted earlier, but I got my second vaccine shot. No side effects. No, good. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you.
Which one did you get? Did you get the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine?
Where's the Pfizer? Because you won twice.
No, the Moderna's a double one. Yes, but it's different.
There's only one you can do once.
It hasn't been approved yet.
Oh,
it's coming out.
That's the one from Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, but the Pfizer one and the Moderna one, the Moderna one you get in 28 days. The Pfizer one is 21 days. My wife's boss who owns the nail salon she works at got the Moderna one. Yeah. And she got sick on the second shot.
Well, they said that she would. She would.
I found out it was the Moderna one, though. My dad got his second shot this last Tuesday, the Pfizer one, and he never got sick.
He's fine.
He didn't get sick, just like you, Dave. He never got sick. Well, it's good that you took it. I'm glad you didn't get sick. Anyway, as I was saying, Gina Carano has done a sit-down interview. She's talking about she's not the only one that's ever been bullied by this company. She sat down with the Daily Wire's Ben Shapiro to have this interview.
She doesn't watch it. She gets herself blackballed from Hollywood.
But she's not going to make any good friends. You don't want to piss off Lucasfilm, and then now you're calling them bullies. That's not cool.
Right.
I wasn't bullied by Lucasfilm.
Neither was I.
And I worked for Lucasfilm. You didn't. But I wasn't bullied by Lucasfilm.
I was out with the Hut. We talking about it.
You wish. But I wasn't bullied by Lucasfilm. I was asked to do things that benefited me as a human being. They asked me to lose weight to do the Ewok movie. They asked me to lose 35 pounds. I lost 30 to do the role of Mace Tawani. And that was fine. It helped me. I do remember sitting down with the publicist, Lucasfilm's publicist, and I think I brought this up maybe on another podcast. And I remember her saying to me that don't get political, and that stuck with me. That's why I don't talk about politics, even on our All for Sci-Fi show. I never discuss politics, period.
Nope.
And she says, okay to have a cause, like if you want to have a charity like cancer or something like that, get behind something, that's great, she said. But don't get political. She told me that back in 1984. So
when Reagan was president.
Yep. Don't let me tell you what I said to her. I met Reagan.
Some of the bad president.
No, he wasn't president yet, and I did say him. My dad says that you're a jerk.
Oh!
And he kind of laughed and said, "That's nice, kid." Like walked away.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Well, I grew up in a Democratic household. My dad is a Democrat. I'm not going to get into politics, but I am more left-leaning. When I did one of those surveys online, it says that I'm more conservative than my dad is. So I have much more conservative views. But that's enough about politics. We're not going to talk about.
Well, wasn't Reagan? Wasn't he Republican?
He was.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
So that's why my dad probably
I'll
said that. But again, I don't get into politics, and I was a precocious, snotty kid. Obviously.
Still is.
Well, my wife probably thinks I act like a kid too.
Yeah. If you notice, ever notice what we got behind us sometimes? Yeah, he's the kid.
Hey, I'm a Toys R Us kid. Wait a minute, there are no Toys R Us.
Yeah, no. In fact, they actually closed the two they opened up last year during the pandemic. They've actually closed them back up again.
Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. We waited long enough. We got a few people here. Again, today's prize for the live question at the end of the show, the trivia, is from The Force Awakens, Mr. Ben Solo himself. Kylo Ren. So this is today's gift, guys.
If you like Pops, Funko Pops, the new Kylo Ren, Ben Solo's coming out.
Ben Solo's coming out. We saw that.
Yeah, we actually saw that today.
So, Dave, are you going to get Ben Solo when he comes out of the Pops one? Not just Ben. Who else is coming out? The little cute one from Rise of Skywalker.
Ray?
No.
Not Ray.
I am Babu Freak.
Oh, Babu Freak, yeah.
Babu Freak. Trains are ready.
Yeah, Babu Freak's coming out too.
Uh-oh. That's what he sounds like.
When you said I thought maybe Yoda Yoda.
Uh-oh, like Baby Yoda. Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike's here. Hey. Hi, Mike.
How
welcome. You came just in time. You got to see about this.
I'm glad you popped in.
This is today's prize, and we still need to send yours out to you, by the way. We got busy this week, but it's on its way. We were talking about, Mike, you missed it, but we were talking about how Gina Carano, she's been talking about how she was bullied by Lucasfilm.
Yeah, really.
Which is not going to help her career too much.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and get started. We talked about a lot of stuff. Eternals. We talked about Star Trek Discovery. We talked about Fate, the Winx Saga is getting the second season. And on a side note, it has nothing to do with this. Did you know that the reversal of Earth's magnetic poles may have triggered the Neanderthal extinction? And they think it could happen again. Yeah. I mean, that's not related to what we're talking about.
But it's science.
Okay. So
today, not fiction, but science.
Today we're going to talk about Space Sweepers, which is a new Netflix movie. It's a sci-fi movie.
Hey, Virginia's on.
Hey, thank you guys.
Virginia.
Thanks. We decided to try something different. We're going to choose different backgrounds. I think when we choose the background of the beach, if Captain Rickster gets in a bikini, everybody should tune out.
Yeah, really. Or zoom in.
No, don't zoom in. Oh, no.
Scare you guys.
Wait, it's a kid's show.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about Space Sweepers. And Space Sweepers is a new Netflix. It's a Korean movie, by the way. It cost $22 million to make this movie. Woo. I saw all $22 million on screen. Would you agree?
Oh yeah,
the effects were great.
The effects are excellent
in the movie. And we're going to go ahead and do the review and give you the rating on that first. Then we'll talk about WandaVision episode 7. And there's only 2 more episodes left. We'll talk about that the last half of our show. But let's go ahead and get into Space Sweepers, guys. Space Sweepers is a show that's on Netflix, Mike. So at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend that you recommend that you watch it or stream it. If it's 3 stars, just forget about it. I'm going to give.
In fact, we haven't had a 3-star this year, have we?
We've had some in a 3. Yes, some of the WandaVisions were in a 3, 3.5 stars.
Well, yeah.
We've never had any that was 3. That was 3 or below. Yeah. So I'm going to give Space Sweepers, and I like Space Sweepers, but there's some things about it I don't like. So I'm going to knock it a little. And it's interesting. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I'm going to give Space Sweepers 3.75 stars.
3?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what? I'll give it 4 stars because it had some things at the end that tugs your heartstrings. Okay, I'll give it 4 stars.
Right.
But there's a reason why I'm going to knock it down. Let me tell you why I'm going to knock it down. Go ahead, Captain Rister. What do you give it? I give it 4 stars.
I'm going to give it 4 stars too. I enjoyed it and I loved it. I loved the way they did the script. It was actually pretty cool.
Okay.
Because it was, you could actually sit down and enjoy it and follow what they were talking about.
Right.
Even if it is dubbed in English, but it was a great.
So what are you giving it again?
I'm going to give it a little more. I think it's a 4.25. I'm going to give it a little bit more higher percentage than you did.
Well, the reason why I'm giving this 4 stars and actually Dave gives it 3.75, my original one.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm doing that is because it was dubbed in. It was a Korean movie dubbed into English, and some of the way they did the dubbing bugged me. And I think the way they translated it, I didn't like some of the dialogue, but the acting was good. I would like to see the Korean version with subtitles to see how the actors actually, what their voices are like.
Oh, the voices like, yeah.
That would be interesting. Then you could see, but the actors were, other than some of the dialogue was strange because of the way they had to translate it from Korean. Other than that, the acting was good. The special effects were excellent. You see everything on the screen. Music was good. Sound effects was good. And the storyline did bounce back and forth a little bit, like Dave is talking about as well.
But not as much as some movies bounce around.
Right.
It's pretty much in context with what they were talking about as things were going along. But you can remember he was a father too who lost a kid. And he was out. He needed trying to get the money so he can go out and try to find his daughter. But unfortunately,
I thought that they took too long to get into that part of the story, and that was another part of my problem with Space Sweepers. I think it's too long. I think it needs to be about a half hour, maybe 20 minutes less, and tighten it up a little bit with that, and get more to that story about what happened to him.
Right.
Instead of they had all this other minutia that they didn't need. And that was my issue with it.
Well, the little girl they found kind of reminds me of his daughter.
It did.
That's when the flashbacks started coming back, and it started becoming cold. Then he warmed up to her near the end.
Yes, I mean it did get better as it went along. In the last part of the movie, the last half hour was the best part of the movie. The last part of it was stellar. And this was brought up in a private conversation, and I'm not going to say by who brought this up. And a lot of people were saying this too, that lead character who was trying to create that other new community in space and was, he seemed kind of racist.
You're definitely racist.
And he definitely was. He was racist. I don't know if it was a white supremacy thing, but he was racist on the level that he wanted to get rid of all the scourge, and he hated all of mankind, and he wanted to blow it all up.
That's because he saw his parents burned to death.
Right.
In front of his eyes.
So he hated everybody. Right. And you brought up that in his utopian space, you didn't see only white people. I don't remember. I got to go back and look at it. maybe somebody could make a point about it, but maybe that area, that bubble where they became citizens, that it was called something, was it MCU,
Like
citizens or something like that. And if you weren't a citizen, you know, you weren't allowed to be there, and they definitely had a superiority over the working class that was trying to clean everything up.
Because they were all rich people who were growing up there. The working class was staying down.
Yeah, and the Earth is being destroyed. Anyway. Sure.
3 billion working class. He's trying to kill all of them off.
Right.
Because they basically screwed up the air.
They did.
Like we're doing anyway.
We're not as bad off it as it is in this movie. This is a utopian society that really goes wrong. Our society is actually making it cleaner, and we talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
I live in the San Fernando Valley, guys, and I grew up in the San Fernando Valley in Sherman Oaks.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember as a kid, they wouldn't let us go out and have recess because there were so many smog days.
Right.
It was too unhealthy. And I can remember coming over the hill into the San Fernando Valley, and you couldn't see all the way across. You couldn't see the mountains on the other side of the valley. Almost never.
Never.
Now you see them all the time. So we're good now. As an adult, I have cleaner air than I did as a kid. So I think we've made a lot of strides, and I think we're going to save this planet. I have hope for humankind.
I can remember going when I was a kid, going to Disneyland, and there was no smog in LA.
Right.
In the late 60s, early 70s.
Well, the 70s is when I'm talking about. The 70s and 80s is when I went to school and we had smog alerts. In fact, even Mike Delatorre taught. I think he's around our same age.
All right.
And Mike's talking about, he remembers the smog alerts. We don't have that anymore. So I think that we would have went that way, like space sweepers, but I think that we're cleaning ourselves. I really have hope for society. But I'm a glass half full guy. So.
I can remember them talking about acid rain.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Yep. Yeah, and at the end of the movie, the twist with the bomb, that was what they did, where they were going to let themselves be destroyed to save all humankind, but then the daughter saved them. Mm-hmm. That was a great twist.
That was a great twist.
Right. So I agree with you, Dave.
That was actually the best part. And he dies too, that racist, you know what?
Yeah. So anyway, this is a Space Sweepers gets a 4-star rating. He gives it 4.25.
Yep.
It's directed by Ju Sung Hee. It's produced by Yoon In Biem and Kim Soo Jin. Written by Yoon Sung Min and Yo Kang Seo Yi and Jo Sung Hee. So 3 writers. The star is Song Joong Ki, Kim Tae-ri, Jin Sun. Anyway, I'm trying to speak Korean and I'm not doing a very good job at it, but I think I got their names close. But
close to it. Yeah,
it came on Netflix just here recently, and on February 5th is actually the release date. So there you go. Let's move on to WandaVision.
Yay!
Yes. Yeah, Virginia's talking about how it's really windy out there in Albuquerque.
Well, it's windy here too.
Yeah.
Right.
It has been windy today. Yeah. Again, today's prize is this Mr. Ben Solo himself.
WandaVision.
It almost looked like WandaVision.
I know.
Mr. Ben Solo, and this is today's gift here at the end of the show. But yeah, let's talk about WandaVision, guys.
Yeah.
WandaVision, this last episode, it had a neat little twist near the end.
Yes, it did.
But other than that, I don't think it was as good as the week before's episode.
No.
It felt like just a filler, one of those, like they're just having a filler episode to get to where they need to get going.
Right.
But they did give us a great twist at the end.
Yes, they did.
Again, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. This week's episode 7, which is called Breaking the Fourth Wall, is going to get... I'm going to give it 4.25 stars. A little bit better than Space Sweepers. I don't think it quite deserved 4.5 stars, but 4.25 stars. What do you give it?
I'm going to give it a 4.0. I didn't like it all that much.
You didn't like it?
No,
I like the twist at the end.
That's the only thing I like. Out of the whole TV show, I mean, out of the whole 37 40 minutes that we watched, if the twist was good.
The twist with Agnes.
That was the best part of the whole thing.
And
otherwise, no.
And we find out that Agnes is the one who sent Pietro.
Uh-huh.
And also killed Sparky.
Sparky, poor Sparky.
You killed Sparky, Agnes.
Yes, Agnes. What did you kill Sparky for?
Yeah. What's going on?
Yes.
Dave would give it 4 stars. Actually, you might have liked it then, because last week you were giving them all 3 stars.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, again, it's a filler episode. It starts off with at the last episode, Wanda extended the barrier, made it further out to try to save Vision.
Yep.
And
they grabbed a bunch of the people who were some of the scientists and I guess military people, I guess.
Right. And Darcy Lewis
now stuck inside there.
Now she's in there. And we don't talk about this enough, but let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about behind the scenes. Okay, we all obviously we know Wanda is played by Elizabeth Olsen,
right? Who
is, by the way, on the last week's episode, I didn't say this, but did you see what they did when they were? Did you see the movie theater behind them last week's episode?
Oh yeah,
it had on the marquee. They were doing a joke because Elizabeth Olsen is the younger sister of the Olsen twins. And the movie that was playing in her universe was The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap, yeah.
Which starred
the Olsen twins.
The Olsen twins. Yeah. So I saw that's the Easter egg. I don't know if you guys picked up on that last week.
That's the original. That's the remake of the original.
Right. It is. Hey, we gotta. We're gonna have an interruption. We're gonna interrupt this broadcast
right now
to bring a special guest here that's gonna show you the magic hand.
Oh yes.
The magic hand dance. Because he can dance.
That's right. He can dance. He taught Michael Jackson how to do the moonwalk.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, here he comes. Here he
comes. Dance. Magic hand dance. Magic hand dance. Oh, he's green, so we're on a green screen. Magic hand dance. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, magic hand dance. What happened?
Not again. Are you okay, baby?
What happened?
Oh, he's hungry. Woo! Oh, frog eggs again. Oh my God! Oh, I gotta put him back down. Change his diaper next time. Woo! Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Baby Yoda, you stay over there.
Yeah, he's down. He's down where he belongs.
Yeah, you stay over there, Go-Gurt.
Yeah, he ate some Go-Gurt.
He ate some Go-Gurt yogurt or those frog eggs.
With frog eggs.
Yeah. I thought it was Stitch in that blue effect. Yeah. Yeah, he looks more like an alien with that green screen. I know it kind of blocks him out because he's green.
Yeah.
Okay.
With his black hair.
Okay, so
back to WandaVision.
We were talking about what were we saying about WandaVision? We were talking about how Darcy
got in there, yes.
Got in there and the Parent Trap thing with the Olsen twins. That was a great twist.
Yes, it was.
And so basically it takes place after that and we see Vision and he looks different though.
A little bit different, yes.
And Darcy looks like
Darcy.
No, she looks like she's one of the escape artists.
Right.
Because they all have the circus thing going on.
Yeah.
And Vision and Darcy are supposed to be part of the circus. But Vision goes ahead and he zaps Darcy so she could be normal.
Right.
And not be in a time warp thing. That all the other people are under because they're under Wanda's spell. Yeah. And so they start talking, and Darcy's telling Vision that he's dead. Yeah. Everything that happened before the blip and all that stuff with Thanos, she's telling him everything.
Yep.
about how Ultron killed him and
Ultron made him, not killed him.
Made him, yeah. That's right. Ultron killed. No, he killed someone killed Petro.
Yeah, well, Ultron killed Petro.
Right, that's right. That's right.
Ultron made.
That's right.
Vision.
He made Vision. Correct.
And Vision was killed by Thanos.
That's right. He took his
the stone.
The stone. Right. Okay. So Darcy's cluing him in on everything. In the meantime, we go back outside the wall, outside the hex, which is called now. Outside the hex, and we're with Jimmy Woo, and we're with Captain Rambo, and but first killed Wanda, then Thanos. Okay, Mike says, but first was killed by Wanda, then Thanos.
Wanda killed her first, and then Thanos brought him back so he can get the stone. Right. And then Thanos killed him to put the stone inside his glove to do the snap, and then half the world died.
Right.
Or I should say half the universe.
So we're back outside the wall, and apparently Monica, Captain Rambo's, has some friends that she's using to help her out that are still loyal to her mother and her. And she gets in this like very futuristic like space outfit and gets inside this vehicle and tries to break through the wall, but it cannot break through the wall.
Right.
So she hops out and she breaks through the wall herself. And she looks very weird. She has these glowing eyes.
Well, if you watch it, the force was pulling her apart piece by piece.
Well,
it was finally got determined, and then everything went back together.
Yeah. So, you saw them together, all the different versions of her from the sitcom from all the different decades. Yeah. Right. So it's really it's a great show still. You know what? It's still a good show. I am kind of tired of, hey, Steve, Green Leader's here. Hey, Steve, how are you guys? We're talking about WandaVision episode 7, which was breaking the fourth wall. And Captain Rambo broke the fourth wall and got inside. She runs over to Wanda and tells her she's not afraid of her or anything like that. And what else happened?
Well, she was trying to tell Wanda what they're going to try to do to Vision.
Right.
But she wouldn't listen to it.
Right.
Then Agnes comes along and it takes her away.
Right.
And then Agnes thinks she's, another witch and whatever. So.
Yeah, that was the twist at the end. The twist was Agnes is a witch. She's
so we're going back to the sitcom.
She plays Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
By the way, to give you an update on all the actors that we were talking about, Elizabeth Olsen is played by Wanda. Paul Bettany plays Vision. Catherine Hahn plays Agatha Harkness, which we find out is really a witch. She has magical powers too at the end. Darcy Lewis is played by Kate Dennings. Toyonoya Paris plays Monica Rambeau. The director of all these episodes is Matt Shakeman. And this last episode took place in the mid-2000s because we were trying to figure that out.
Right.
But we find out at the end that Agnes is a magic user, and she's the one who sent the wrong Petro.
Right.
She's the one that cast Petro, and she killed Sparky.
That's right. Poor Sparky.
Dang it!
Yeah, you're supposed to kill dogs on a TV show. What are you talking about?
You witch. Wait a minute, she is a witch.
Yeah. Well, instead of calling her a B, we use a W.
Hey, no, it's a kid's show. We don't do that.
That's why we use the W.
Well, but she just happens to be a witch too.
That's true. But now we're going back to
Jimmy Woo is played by Randall Park. So that way I name all the actors.
Right.
So what were you going to say?
I said now they're going to go back to the 60s because now they're going back to Bewitch.
Really?
I don't know.
Think so? I don't think so.
Talking about having a witch. You're not the one that has powers, so they're talking about a witch. No, come on.
What are you talking about? You're crazy, man.
Liz Montgomery.
Yeah. So, again, WandaVision, episode 7. There's 2 more episodes left. It's getting better, guys. It has gotten better. I think, again, they could have possibly... it
could be a lot better than what it actually
they could have cut 2 of those episodes out, and but I get why they're doing it now because of what's going on with Wanda. So And we'll see in the next 2 weeks what's going to happen with her.
Yep.
It seems like something's definitely happening to her. So
they're supposed to bring out what they say they're going to do. They're going to bring out new characters in WandaVision.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the next 2 episodes, and they're supposed to bring, if they do the season 2, they're supposed to bring out some more different characters in season 2.
Right.
If there's season 2.
Yeah, I mean, when we got some great things coming up too in the future, but that's a review of WandaVision. We give it, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Captain Richter gives it 4.5 stars, and that's all we got for today's show, guys. Today's gift is
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo himself, Mr.
Yes.
Kylo Ren
From The Force Awakening.
There you go. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And also a couple announcements here before we close. At All for Sci-Fi, we're going to be starting to a whole in the future here. We're going to start. We have our All for Sci-Fi T-shirt,
Right.
And All for Sci-Fi. This is going to be available. It is available now on our website. The hat is available. All for Sci-Fi. The hat we're wearing is available on our website, allforsci-fi.com. But we're going to start doing a whole new things. Every probably few months or so, we're going to start introducing new T-shirts
Right.
that we're going to offer that are going to be based on whatever's happening that year. One of the very first shirts we're going to have that's coming out here soon is a Mace Tawani shirt, by the way.
Right.
And it's going to be based on my character in Star Wars Mace Tawani. So we'll have that shirt first, and we're going to continue to bring new shirts all year long that we can introduce for you guys, so you guys could proudly sport your All for Sci-Fi gear as well. So anything else? So we close it. That's it, guys. Yeah. So
I'll let you now do the drawing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the drawing here. So Captain Richter and I are going to confer what the question is going to be. So I hope you guys are paying attention. Okay, let's think about this. What do you want to do? You want to write it down?
No, I'll let you do it.
Okay.
And I'll say yes or no.
Okay. Okay, so the question is, for this prize, you got it, and if only one person, and nobody gets it right, we'll go ahead and continue this in a different different show, different week. So the question is, we were earlier in the show, we were talking about in the latest news, we revealed that a popular Netflix show was renewed for a second season. Please give us the name of that Netflix show, a show that we reviewed a few weeks ago,
right? And
it's now been renewed for season 2. What's the name of that show? A little hint. The show that was renewed, can't speak today. The show that was renewed for a second season on Netflix is similar to Harry Potter. But let's go ahead. Correct answers anyway. Thank you, Virginia, for bringing it up. Yes, we will do shirts for autism awareness as well, right, to raise money for that.
We will.
The problem is a bunch of people came near the end of the podcast, so they may not have heard what we said at the beginning.
That's true.
So I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds. Okay, if nobody wins this week, we'll go ahead and put this back in the pile of gifts, and we'll do something different next week. We won't do the same one anyway. So if nobody wins it, we'll do something different. Okay, one answer so far. Let's give you guys another 15 or 20 seconds. That's okay, Mike. Okay, let's go ahead and close it. We only have one correct answer, and Mr. Dave Staggs gets the correct answer. The Fate, the Winx Saga was renewed for season 2, and yay, way to go, Dave. And Dave, because you're the great guy that you are, Dave has said he wants us to re-gift this. So we're going to put this back in the pile, and we'll bring this back out, and we'll re-gift this possibly here later in future weeks. But that's great. Anything else to close the show?
No, there's nothing else I can think of at the moment.
I hope you guys like our new background. We're in outer space.
No, I'm at home.
You mean you're at home when you're in outer space?
You got that right, yeah.
Are you saying something about yourself, Captain Rickster?
I'm a little spacey.
You're kind of out there?
Yeah, I'm always out there. I'm a little spacey sometimes.
Okay. We might change the background. This is just one we're doing now, but we'll change it as we continue. But I like this format. Let me tell you why I like this format. Because when we announce a show, we schedule it. It does a countdown for us, and we know when we're going live.
Right.
So it's real simple to jump on here, and I think it's a lot better.
Wait till you put the beach up.
No, Virginia said earlier that she doesn't want to see that.
Oh well.
Yeah. Okay, guys. As we always close the show, we always tell you guys, please. In the next week, we ask that everybody do one act of kindness out there because it helps make our world a better place. Truly, even if it's something simple like an old lady, she can't carry her groceries, and I bring that one up a lot. Or you have another neighbor that's been sick and you see their lawn needs to be mowed, or any act of kindness. When you do it, it has like an effect where it pays it forward, and it creates other people to want to be nice.
In fact, I helped out one little child today. I helped her go down the escalator because her mama said was that already down the end and she couldn't get down because she was crying.
Good for you.
So I helped her down, and I took her down there.
That's awesome.
Crying. I held her hand all the way down, and
that's great.
Got her to her mother just safe and sound.
Yeah. Virginia says she'd rather see Baby Yoda in a bikini than you.
Really?
Okay.
I don't wear bikinis. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you very much. As we close this show, may the force be with you always.
Yes.
Live long and prosper for all the Trekkies out there, and may God bless you.
Yes. Have a great week, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Stay out of large gatherings and stuff like that. So have a good one. Talk to you later.
We'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.